Hello. So we're going to do your last exercise. And again, we're talking about prepositions, right? We know that prepositions show time or place. And we also talked about prepositional phrases, which they start with a preposition and they end with a noun or a pronoun. So today we're going to talk about prepositional phrases used to provide details. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screen share my camera here. And I'm going to write my name at the top. So a prepositional phrase can also provide details to help describe a noun. I'm going to underline this whole thing. Provide details to help describe a noun. The noun it helps describe is not part of the prepositional phrase. So this is kind of tricky. Let's take a peek at the example. Our school play this year is about a female athlete. So this preposition about is telling you what the play is about, right? It's describing the play. Here's our thought bubble. What is the prepositional phrase in the sentence? What details does it give about the sentence? Okay, so we're going to look at the underlined preposition. We're going to write a detail on the lines below to complete each sentence, and then we're going to circle the noun being described. So here we go. This is kind of weird because I'm not seeing an underlined one in the first one. It says, look at the underlined preposition. Write a detail on the lines below to complete each sentence. Then circle the noun being described. So I would say they didn't underline it, but I would say about probably should have been underlined. And Hercules' Quest is a story about a Greek myth. So I'm going to write on here a Greek myth. I could also say Hercules' Quest is a story about Hercules. That would be a little less helpful. So I have the underlined preposition. I wrote a detail on the line below to complete the sentence, and now I'm going to circle the noun being described. Well, it's a story, right? So story is being described. Okay. Here we go, number 2. It is a myth retold by, let's see, who could we put that? A myth being retold by, could we say Hercules on there? So here's our preposition and which noun is being described. It is a myth retold by Hercules. I would say probably myth is our noun there. All right, let's look at our next one. People of blank enjoy myths and tales. I would say probably people of ancient Greece. So of is our preposition, and we're circling the noun being described. People of ancient Greece. I would say probably the noun would be people. All right, let's look at the next one. I think these are kind of tricky. In fact, what I want to do is just have us check them all over when we're all done. In Greek myths, Zeus rules from his kingdom on Mount Olympus. And what is being described? The kingdom, right, is being described. All right, let's look at number 5. We will be writing our own tales for language arts. So we will be writing our own tales for, so this is describing tales. All right, and let's look at the last one. I will write a myth about, let's see, maybe we could write a myth about a hydra. All right, so I will write a myth about, what's the noun being described? Myth. All right, so let's take a second to look back through, and we're making sure that each one of these is a noun, right? In here, I have, this is the only noun there is, so I know it's story. This is a proper noun, it's a title, right? It is a myth retold. Myth is the noun. People, so enjoy myths and tales. Kingdom on Mount Olympus. Tales for language arts. Myth about a hydra. So I think we got all of them correct. Just double checking to make sure. All right. So thank you for joining me. I hope this helped you to see that sometimes there's a noun being described when you're using a prepositional phrase, and hopefully you're able to recognize that or see that. Thanks for joining me and learning about prepositions this week. I will see you later.